What is going on, everyone? I am Bob O'Mac, and today on Crisis in the Toyverse, I'm looking at a bit of refresh, renew, and revitalized nostalgia as I look at the space adventures of Bucky O'Hare. And who is Bucky O'Hare? Well, he's a space bunny that fights evil toads along with his animal friends. Now, here's the quick backstory. I don't know much about Bucky O'Hare. I had a couple toys. I played the video game once. I saw the cartoon maybe once or twice. So I'm not deeply connected with the figure / franchise. But what I am connected to is something that looks really cool. And what BOSS FIGHT Studios has done here is create the Bucky O'Hare action figure that you always wanted. Don't get me wrong, the old Hasbro runs were great for their time. But this guy is definitely one of my favorite action figures so far this year that I have reviewed. Now, I will also say this. This is my first BOSS FIGHT Studio figure that I've ever purchased, and I'm very satisfied with that. But one of the big things I'm satisfied is with the packaging. I know a lot of people are like, I know what the packaging looks like. Yeah, yada, yada. So let's move Bucky O'Hare aside. Let's talk about why I love the packaging. So, here's the deal with the packaging. Look at this card art. It's very reminiscent, if you will, to the old card art. And it comes in this nice plastic shell. That's right, I said plastic shell. And as you can see, we have Captain Bucky O'Hare on the back. We've got First Mate Jenny. And then we have a whole bunch of cool things coming soon. Now, I haven't purchased, Jenny yet, but I think I'm going to, and you'll find out why later on in the review. We got a whole bunch of cool details here, but the wonderful thing about this is that the clamshell in the back, if you mess around with it, can come off, and you get to keep the card back without any crazy glue or plastic around here that we normally see. This is one of the coolest things I've seen in a while in toy packaging. So, shout out to BOSS FIGHT Studios for knocking that out of the park. Now, as for Bucky O'Hare, this guy is really a ton of fun. He's unique and he's different enough from most of the action figures I have that he really stands out. I mean, look at that head sculpt. He looks so cute and adorable. Let's just zoom in on that. Those eyes, they just say, hey, I'm cute, but don't mess with me or else I'll blow you up. The suit looks great. I love the attention to detail here with the star and the shoulder pad type thing. I don't know what that's called. The goggles are non-removable. They are sculpted in there. The bunny ears look great as well. Look at him looking up. He's so adorable. On the back, we got some great detail on the cape, which is removable. And then we have a standard belt. His costume looks great. And his shoes look very nice as well. All right, gang, let's go ahead and break down articulation here on Bucky O'Hare and see what's going on. Now, in terms of the head, let's see if we can zoom in here and bring it out. So, in terms of the head, let's start with the ears. We have a ball peg in for the ears that allow forwards and backwards, side to side, and spin all the way around, which is very cool. Now, in terms of the head, it can look up a great amount until it pops off like so. But it's on a double ball peg, so that is what it is. But it looks very well on the side. It's just if you're taking a picture in the front, you're going to have to find a way to hide that or not have them look up so much. Right there, it doesn't look too bad. You do get side to side and 360 motion. So all in all, that is correctamundo awesome. In terms of the arms, it's a peg that plugs in. It goes up about that much. It goes down. And it can go all the way around. The shoulder pads really don't hurt it at all. Now, we do have a swivel and hinge at the arm here. Let's see if I can do this without breaking it, because I'm definitely worried about doing that. Just being honest here. So it bends, and it swivels in and out like that. And then we have a swivel at the hand like so. Now, Bucky does not have a diaphragm joint or an ab crunch, but that's okay. I mean, it would have been cool, but he definitely has more than enough articulation. So, he can spin all the way around, and he does have an articulated tail, which is pretty neat, if I say so myself. So, that will do it for the upper body. Now, in terms of the lower body, let's start with the legs. He can sort of do the splits, which works pretty good. Not super horrible. But I mean, I don't know how much Kung Fu Bucky O'Hare knows, so it's definitely not a deal breaker or anything. And then you do have that swivel right there because it's on the ball peg that allows it to go in and out. We do have the swivel and hinge at the knees again. Let's get the camera to focus. So you can bring it in and out like so. No boot cut or anything, but we do have a pin that connects inside to the foot that allows it to hinge up that much. And an okay amount back. And then we do have a toe hinge right there. So, articulation-wise, it's definitely the most articulated Bucky O'Hare action figure on the market today, which is very, very cool to say the least. So, now that we've covered articulation, let's move it all aside and let's go ahead and break down all the accessories. All right, here we are at the accessories section. Now, we got a lot going on here. We have an open reaching hand. We have a pointy finger hand. We have 2 trigger hands, and we have 2 fist hands. On top of that, we have Bucky's cape. And let me just bring Bucky in here for a moment. I have taken him apart, and I'll explain why in a moment. But you just plug it into the back. Now, I had to heat mine up, and I still haven't had the greatest success with it going in. And now I do, so I am a big fat liar. I apologize to each and every one of you. But I just wanted to show you guys, you just plug that in like so, and you can get the arm to have one of his gloves on. So, there is that. Oh, why I have Bucky in my hands? Let's talk about the pistols. He comes with 2 laser pistols. The cool thing about these is they have these 2 pegs right here, and you can plug them into his belt. Let's see if I can do it on camera. Let's see. I could sort of do it. It's probably not the right way to put it on, but it's just for demonstration purposes. So voila, we have his pistols. They hold in nicely. They don't fall out once you start shaking around. That is very cool. Great ingenuity by BOSS FIGHT Studios, in my humble opinion. Now, right here we have the 3 face plates. The first face plate is this open expression one. And on the back, you can see it has a little peg. If I bring the head in, that fits right in. Now, I will say with this one, I've had the hardest time putting this one in. And we have 2 other head sculpts, or face plates, if you will. This is the one I believe comes standard in the package. Now, as you can see, I'm plugging this one in, and it fits in fine, no problem. And just pop that back out. And you take the last one here. Let's bring it right side up with another expression on it. And I believe this one doesn't give me any problems either. And let's see. No, this one's giving me even worse problems. So it takes some finagling, but you can get it on there. As far as how far you're going to get it on, that's a totally different story. But you see it's on, but like I said, there's major gappage issues in there. So, just something to be aware of. But, let's set this all aside. Let's do a size comparison and call it a day. Alright gang, here is our size comparison. From left to right, we have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle by NECA. We have a Funko Baloo. Of course, in the middle, we have our star attraction, Mr. Bucky O'Hare. And we have a NECA Predator. As you can see, the turtle is obviously taller than the bunny. But I don't know how accurate that is because a bunny is usually taller than a turtle. But that question notwithstanding, he obviously is a little smaller than Baloo, but he's got a bigger build to him. And, you know, the NECA Predator stands tall and hungry and savage, waiting to go after Mr. O'Hare. So the bottom line is this. Let me just move him out of the way. Let's move Baloo out of the way. Because really, what it came down to is I wanted to take new pictures with Turtle and Bunny. I think as a kid, I used to do this all the time too. But I have to say, I really love the bunny. I love how these two look with each other. And that was really the big reason for this purchase. And I couldn't be happier with it. And Also, guys, I got a whole bunch of links in my description below. Please go check those out if you get time. I got Extreme Dash Sets, Big Bad Toy Store, UndercoverCapes.com for all things geekery in the podcast verse, and on Instagram at Toy Lover Crew. Guys, thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this little video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned at the end for the slideshow. And until next time, great googly moogly.